been a lot of uncertainty in government over the past 18 months. I would tell you that I would submit to you today that Louisiana remains a place where we can have it all. We believe that through embracing the responsible development of all of our natural resources, we at the same time can produce energy to fuel America and enjoy some of the best hunting, camping, fishing, bird watching, boating, hiking, whatever the case may be. And I think as evidenced by the fact that we have the Attorney General, the Secretary of Wildlife and Fisheries, the Secretary of DEQ, the Commissioner of Conservation, and the Assistant Secretary of the Office of Coastal Management here with us is evidence that we are all playing on the same team together. So I appreciate you all being here. Mineral income does still play a very, very major part in state government's budget. That mineral income, which is defined as severance taxes, royalty income, bonus and rental income from leases, has doubled, more than doubled in the past 5 years and has quadrupled in the last 10. So certainly when we take a look at who's paying the bills in the state of Louisiana, look to the guy or the girl sitting next to you because y'all doing a great job. I would also say that the state's chief economist, Greg Albright, mentioned in the December 2009 interim report to the Revenue Estimating Conference that mineral income, quote unquote, was the bright spot in fiscal year 10 for state government. And again, I think that it bodes well for some of the things we're trying to do in Baton Rouge. I would, however, tell you from my office, from my view, that things are rapidly changing. Only 7 years ago, Alan Greenspan, the #1 economist on the planet, testified that we needed to embrace the importation of LNG, that we did not have enough natural gas to fuel the economy in America. And 7 years later, we now find ourselves sitting on a 100-year supply of natural gas. That, to me, is a revolutionary statement. And the fact, if you take a look at what we were drilling for 20 years ago, 2/3 of our rigs were looking for oil, 1/3 were looking for gas. And now, 20 years later in America, that statistic has flipped, with about 2/3 of our activity now natural gas and 1/3 for oil. Louisiana has been a 90+% natural gas drilling province over the last several years. We're noticing that changing a little bit in the last several months, perhaps due to the spread between the price of oil and natural gas from 2000 to 2008. That price spread was about 8 to 1. In 2005, during the Katrina year, it was 6 to 1, and now oil is trading at a price of about 16 to 1 in natural gas. So we may see more activity in Louisiana as a result of that price spread. Again, in September of 2009, to show you that things are changing, for the first time in America's history, we had more horizontal wells drilling in America than we had vertical wells. We do not see this trend changing anytime soon, which makes me believe that, like the TV commercial says, this is not your father's Buick, that this is not your grandfather's energy business, it's not your father's energy business, and I would submit to some of us, it's not even our older siblings' energy business. Things are changing so fast. And as Dr. Scott said, when it does come to E&P in Louisiana, we do have 3 Louisianas. We have North Louisiana, which is setting records. We have low price on natural gas, but we have a high rig count in North Louisiana. We have high prices of oil. We have a low rig count in South Louisiana. So again, some things are not made to understand, I guess. I would tell you that we are working with the Mineral Board, and we'll be introducing a resolution, perhaps to lower the royalty rate that we would accept on state leases in coastal waters. We have to do something. It is anemic at best, and this is a trend that has been going on for some time. I'm a little perplexed about the OCS drilling activity decline, actually, because we went through a period, although we had very, very strong support on Capitol Hill from 2000 to 2008, the drilling rig count offshore went from 115 rigs down to about 40 or so. So during that period, even though we had strong support on Capitol Hill, folks were finding ways to spend drilling dollars throughout the globe as opposed to the Gulf of Mexico. A fact worth noting is that 55% of the wells that are drilled in Louisiana are Haynesville shale wells. And 4 years ago, we didn't have a Haynesville shale well. So imagine for you in your own business, you didn't have a customer 4 years ago, and this customer now represents 55% of your activity. It begs that we begin to start looking state government on the models of how we fund the state, because certainly the governor has made it clear no new taxes, no increase in taxes, and we are all supporting that. But keep in mind that over a period of time, as we are drilling more and more of our wells in an area where the state is not a royalty collector, as we have in South Louisiana, that is going to have some impact on how we operate state government.